I'm gonna start off and ask you all a question. How many of you in here know Sylvester Stallone? We'll just start off with a simple question. Raise your hands. Okay. I'm not very good at counting, so I'm not gonna count. I'll say that's about 50, 60%. Um, so Sylvester Stallone, aka Rocky Balboa, shows his dedication when it comes to the actual role of Rocky. Sylvester Stallone attempted more than 1,500 times to get that position, and he failed so many times. I'll tell you what, I could not do something 1,500 times and keep going. He kept going, and he eventually got that spot he wanted. You might be wondering, what does dedication do for your life? No one really knows what dedication will do until you actually do it. Dedication shows your true character and your characteristics. It shows how far you're willing to go. It shows your care and your drive. Dedication tells you so much about a person without actually talking to them. Dedication tells you if someone's like a good person, and if you have their loyalty, will they actually be there for you whenever you truly need them, to show that they're dedicated to you as a friend, sibling, significant other, anything. How many of you have failed at something in your life, whether it's big or little? I'll be the first. I will raise my hand. I've failed at so many quizzes. I know I had Miss Condra, and I failed a couple quizzes in her class, unfortunately. But I wanted to say, I know that we all failed something, unfortunately, in our life, and we know that the taste of failure is bitter. It is something we don't like to have. And it's just we fail and we have that taste, and it's let's not go over there anymore. It's not something I want to do. But how many of you have really wanted to keep going after a failure occurs? Because I know, for me, it's soccer. There's times during soccer I'm I want to keep going, and it's just maybe not. And you want to keep fighting and fighting, but whenever you actually succeed at something that you've been fighting and fighting for, it doesn't just feel like a win or like a goal or touchdown or anything. It feels like something that you can't really describe. And that's dedication, because dedication comes from the heart. It's something that you can't just I don't know, I guess you can just do it, but I don't really know how to describe that, to be honest. How many of you have wondered what would happen if you kept going? Because I know I have. How many of you have wondered what would happen if I kept pushing and pushing? This is kind of goes along with the main topic, the whole topic, to be honest. If you got rejected and kept going and going again, and you actually succeeded, what would it feel like to you? Because I know, like I said, it's from the heart, and it's something that you've never felt just from happiness. This is something else. My experience of this is last year, 2023, wrestling season came around, and I was just ready to go. I had no idea what I was doing. It's my first year, and I got smoked against a guy from Jennings County. I actually still remember his name. It was a whole fiasco last time. His name is Chris Hernandez. It's a little joke. Yeah, haha, funny. And he pinned me in the third period because I had no idea what I was doing. And a year later, I was like, you know what? We're going to keep going. And I actually made it all rounds, and I scored some points on him as well. Just to figure out last year, this guy, he was a semi-state qualifier for wrestling, and I was a junior who had no idea what I was doing, and I was I made it that far. I mean, I still got pinned in the third round, but I made it that far. And I kept going and going, and then a year later, you can see the dedication. Even though he had more experience, I made it all 3 rounds successfully. And he unfortunately won because just last second stuff. I didn't get pinned, but I did give up a couple points, which led him winning the match. And it just shows if you keep yourself dedicated, you will succeed. Even though he had more experience and more years, dedication is a different sort of drive than anything you'll experience. Some people in our life that has a really super big impact on our lives are parents or guardians. Moms, dads, grandparents, thank you very much. If you're in the crowd, thank you. And I just want to say, if our parents don't stay dedicated to us, their kids, grandkids, where would we go? We would have no guidance, no drive, no support. We wouldn't want to do anything, because without parents telling us or keep pushing us, you got this, You can do this. Keep going. Just keep your head up. Keep going. We're kids, right? We do stupid stuff. Like, we don't know what we're doing most of the time. I know I don't. I'm just kind of winging this, to be honest, if you're wondering. So, unfortunately, whenever my mom in Louisiana stopped caring about me and my siblings, it led to me having a suicide attempt back in 2017. I lost my sense of motivation, care, and drive, and ended up trying to hang myself. Once I let go, and I was just kind of hanging there, my sister walked out of the house and saw what was going on. And I know girls are strong, hear me out, but my sister, like, she was struggling for a bit, and she just goes, nope, and just completely lifts me up. I'm like, what the heck? And I'm like, this is God trying to tell me this is my second chance. And it was just kind of something I was like, whoa, like, this is something else. And when she picked me up, she got me down. My neck was all red and everything. And some of us today might not understand the meaning of dedication, especially whenever it comes to our parents showing it towards us. So I just want to say thank you, parents, for everything you've done so far for us. My grandma has showed me dedication my entire life. She raised me ever since I was 4 months old. If it wasn't for her, I don't even know where I would have been right now. And she gave up everything for me. She had a house up in Covington, Indiana. She left it because she knows her daughter, my mom, could not keep us in a safe environment. So she decided to leave everything she had just to come down and stay with us. And she had a loving person she was with, and she's just like, you know what? My grandkids are more than what you could ever give me. So she left them and came down with us, which I kind of feel bad because I'm like, you gave up everything. But that's her dedication towards us. Even whenever my grandma passes, which she won't pass for a while, she's 71, she's got another 20 in her. So that's what we're hoping for. She has another 20. That's what we're hoping for. Even whenever my grandma unfortunately passes, I can show my kids dedication the way my grandma showed me and my siblings. She showed me how I can be dedicated to my family and others. And one thing she's always told me is family comes first, 100%. Family is something you want to stay dedicated with because they will 100% have your back all the time. There's two more people I personally need to thank for their dedication. That's Ms. Pontius and Ms. Condra. I won't forget, Ms. Pontius, you don't have a husband. I was wrong. Made an assumption earlier. I was incorrect. And but they do a lot of stuff for us. Ms. Pontius, she's a teacher. She does TED Ed. And she also does the junior high track team. Miss Condra, she does TED Ed as well and has her personal life, and she also teaches. So I would like to say thank you for everything you've all done. And I know we're not easy a lot of the times because kids, they're a pain. I mean, I'm a kid, I know that, but we're a pain. I don't know how you really do it, to be honest. So I want to say thank you for that. And I'll kick you off with one thing. I want to ask you, who are you going to look towards and what are you going to think of whenever you think of dedication? Who's going to be your Rocky Balboa in this situation? Thank you.